semi-final. We're going to be jumping over to the casters and jumping right into this first map. Take it away, Henry G and Machine.
It would be my absolute pleasure. Thank you very much. That's, of course, your analysis, setting the scene so perfectly for Astralis versus Vitality. I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry, and this is a much-anticipated matchup. And Overpass. We haven't even seen Vitality's Overpass. As the desk have covered, it's time to see if this curveball pays dividends early. First shots traded out, as ZywOo will start his advance towards short.
It's a full commitment towards B at this point. You can see Vitality just trickling through. It's only Alex is on the bomb side, though. He is isolated at this point, trying to find that first key frag towards the side. Not going to happen for them. It's a 4 versus 3. The flanks come in as well. The bomb goes down. dupreeh, he pretty much shuts the entire round down here. RPK removing the equation as well. It's a very clean round from Astralis. Both teams focusing on aggression towards the B side. It's Astralis pushing off towards short and only giving 1 frag away. Lovely stuff. A good CT start for Astralis here. No bomb planted. And it looks like the force buys coming in from Vitality.
Yeah, that looks so convincing. I mean, it's rare you see so many CTs charging short so early in the round, and even more rare to see 3 Ts battling them. We had a very early brawl towards the water pipe, but into the second, and as you've already acknowledged, the force. It's the Deagles, Kevlar, and a stack of nades. 4, in fact, seems to be the priority nade of choice.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where they use those towards the end. You can nade towards the boost spot towards B, see if you can get an opening frag. We'll see whether they got that in mind. There's that grenade just mentioned. Ooh. And it's not done any damage, but the M4 certainly will. That's towards Monster. Glaive will find Apex. He'll be taken out of 0 and 2. Now 5 on 4 and long. Under the remit of Vitality is going to be Alex, in-game leader, who sends his teammates up towards short, but they are going into the meat grinder at this point. dupreeh has got a low HP. Shoxy in front of him. Should be on for the 3K here, no problem. Bomb goes down, and the round is now done. There we go. It's going to be a clean one from Astralis once again. Only giving up 1 frag. It's got a lot of money going forward. It's a full eco for Vitality. Shouldn't be much to talk about in round number 3, Alex.
Yeah, dupreeh farming some cash as well. He's sitting on a very comfortable 5.1 and actually choosing to spend it and invest it into the 3rd.
I don't mind that too much. He knows that he could buy an SMG this round and maybe throw some money away. It's pretty much a guaranteed round for them up against Deagles and PD50s, no armor, no nades. He'll play a very passive round. He doesn't need to get opening frags and just work with a buddy. It'll be dupreeh at this point, the double D combo, making their way towards the bathrooms, as we'll see 3 players on the T side go and challenge that position. So Device fancies a bit of aggro to size, holding towards bathrooms, but like I said, he's going to hold defensive lines here. Doesn't want to overcommit and potentially give this all up.
He's willing to... Oh no. He's getting enough info to get 1 and fall out. He has dupreeh to cover the cross initially, but it looks like RPK has slipped the net. Steps, however, being made, and Device is all too aware of it. And Astralis, they can just slowly, methodically pick apart at these unarmored Frenchmen. Apex does manage to claw 1 back with his Desert Eagle, certainly not a weapon to write out of any round encounter strike, and that's why.
Yep. Device oversteps the mark there. Definitely could have just fallen back, and it cost him his life. It shouldn't cost him the round, I would say. Apex, there were 2 lovely headshots with the Desert Eagle. Bomb still down towards middle, and Major's alone towards the A side of the map right now, but Glaive is coming in towards T-spawn. So just trying to buy some time here. Major still has the incendiary, the smoke as the plan comes through. Should be a successful one. That grenade's going to hurt. In it comes. It's the bullets that finish off the job, and now just Shoxy here. Maybe gets 1 more kill. That's about the top end at this point. Not going to happen. Majors will close things out, recover the AWP, and we go 3 and 0. See Major's boy now. Major's man with the beard.
Major's man?
Yeah. It's a strong look.
And it's a strong beard. You know,
like, well, I can't grow that.
That's full.
Yeah, I'm like 10 years older than him. I can't do that. So respect.
It's those Viking genes.
Yeah.
And looking for the first round, Vitality bring in the best buy. It is going to be 3 Kriegs, 1 AK, and that AWP, of course, on Mr. Wu. See how they choose to start up, whether or not we're going to be seeing any more of that early CT aggression. A big exchange of CT utility. 2 mollies, 2 smokes, all flying through the sky. They're throwing it all, and look at the damage it's inflicted. Alex, he's forced to work with half health before he's even seen an opponent.
Well, this is not a default. You can see all 5 players of Vitality heading towards the A side of the map here. They've got an approach in mind. It looks like they're focusing towards the bathrooms here. Smoke will go down in a few seconds as they cue to move, and dupreeh's moved away at the wrong time here. They've actually snuck past, and he'll get the information. He's not watching it right now. Some repositions coming in from the CT's. Device will actually crawl his way over, but now at least Shoxy's been spotted. That's going to signal dupreeh to turn around, but they've already committed towards A. They didn't see this coming at all.
You can tell Device had his knife out. That's a rarity, and his Zipex still standing tall. He needs to be silenced, but dupreeh's there as well. 2 CTs left, and it's going to be on long that they manage to stand completely and totally up against Vitality. Only Apex and ZywOo. They do have the bomb down.
ZywOo, with 79 HP, knows he needs to find a pick here, and he's looking towards the CT steps right now. Players all around him. Massive advantage for Astralis, considering they have the incendiary and the smoke. That's a great shot, brings it back to a 2-on-2.
He's got a chance of Magisk, but the timing doesn't seem to favor him just yet, and Magisk will strike. Apex in the meantime did the same, and so a 1 versus 1. Time favors Apex though, and across, Magisk does have the advantage of trying to bait him out, but time just does not enable him to do so. This should be the first for Vitality, and Apex ensures it.
I don't mind that at all from Vitality. The Wolf Pack straight down the middle area and managing to find great trade kills. That's the benefit of having 5 players in strong positions like that. As soon as you're spotted, even if 1 player goes down, you're more than likely going to find that trade. And even though Zipex getting 2 kills there from long wasn't quite enough, great spray down from him here. A lot of damage inflicted. He's got dupreeh watching his back. It looked like Astralis were going to recover that round, but it was that big pick from ZywOo. Gets him back in the round. Actually shuts down the economy for Astralis. You'd think after the 3-0 start, there's clean rounds as well, they'd have enough to justify some investment here, but it's deagles across the board, but never right of Astralis in these sort of situations. These are the rounds they can win.
They seem to do it more often than not. Alex, comfortable start, as should this entire round. Comfort is where Vitality are expecting this round to go, and of course to change that, 4 Danes still stand with the Deegs. Couple of shots through the smoke, not quite going to be anything to write home about, but some good control gained by dupreeh. He's crawled all the way through tons and will be able to maintain that control for now.
RPK is watching the top of the ladder, so you can see Vitality just in a very passive hold right now. Just kind of ascertaining what they're up against. They've already taken down Glaives. They know it's pistols, but is it Deagle armor? Have they got any grenades? Let's just wait it out and see what's presented to us. They've got 1 minute on the clock still, got to reposition back towards B. A slight fly in the ointment, I suppose, with Magus towards short. He's actually pushed off towards the pipe. No grenades available, but he has got armor and a helmet. Not going to help him too much against his Kriegs and AKs, but he'll be a little bit more combative towards the front line. Device and Zipex wait patiently on the side here. So May just needs, he gets the first kill in the Galil on Shoxy. The spacing's pretty bad right now. Shoxy could give this up for free. There's the chance. Let's have a look.
Ooh, and it is going to be Shox to prevail. Quick dart and a nice wide swing. Looking to punish the rest. It's 2 remaining on the site. Device and Zipex throwing in what bullets they can. Not much connecting though. Alex chipped away at Apex 2, but still 5 hearts beating for Vitality. 3-2 the scoreline. It's going to be Astralis' last chance with the buy before they'll be thrown back onto the pistols, but 2 in a row.
Well, the orb comes out once again for Device, of course, is the opening kill towards Glaive. That was pretty much the round at that point. And then as soon as the Galil strikes towards short, that confirmed things. RPK to close things out. 3-2, Vitality clawing their way back into this one now. This is the pick of Vitality. Move on to Vertigo next. That would be a very interesting map. It's developing every single time it's played, it seems. Back to a default now. You can see, oh, maybe not. RPK is actually high-tilted towards B, so they could just be sending 1 player towards middle. That's Apex. It's worked out quite nicely for 1. A 4-on-4 does favor the Ts. And if they go for a B execution now, or even a contact play towards short, this could be enough. It's going to force at least 1 rotation for the B side of the map.
Magisk. Oh my goodness. That was his chance to slow them down. Glaive finishes what he started, but there's more where that came from. RPK, he can't do anything, but ZywOo can. Zipex, as he descends from heaven, he's sent to hell. Now 2 versus 1. Device to stop Shox and ZywOo from securing the 3rd. And smoke still on the site to guise the retreat. And they look to be leaning for that Monster side. Flexible now, they can move and maneuver between short and Monster. Keep his eyes split between 2 priority locations. ZywOo's waiting, and that will be 3-3.
Very basic counter-strike from Vitality, but it's working quite nicely for them. 5-man approach towards A originally to get them on the board, and now 5-man, well, 4-man, I suppose, towards B. Just working together, trading kills, getting it done. It was Apex that was working towards middle alone. That was the key factor there. If he gets no kills and they can rotate quicker, that could actually fall apart. But the fact he gets 1, pulls 1 player outside the B bomb site, and ZywOo just plucking players out of the air. Very important indeed, and it's going to be a pretty much full eco for Astralis here. A couple of USPs out there. dupreeh with the Zeus. No armor, no nades, and no real stack coming through. Just a couple of players sent towards the connector. That's going to be Glaive and dupreeh. Like I said, watch out for that Zeus. Starting to become more popular these days as we get a boost with the 5-7 towards short, but another contact approach here from Vitality. Looks very promising indeed.
So silent. And that's the first cue. A bottle of flame, a second, and a flashbang into the site. First on the chopping block is Magisk. Actually managed to find Apex elsewhere, but the main body of the assault's getting a little messy, but fortunately RPK's there with a broom and dustpan. Does look like dupreeh's going to preserve that Krieg, and he has Device to go and perhaps try and find a weapon for himself. They will just be waiting this one out, hoping to perhaps catch a Vitality player on the exit.
Nice rifle. Might not be able to hold on to it here. Once again, they're waiting to get that decent spacing RPK will join Shox as they investigate towards T-spawn. Need to be very careful here. Can't allow Astralis to leave with 2 rifles, especially a Krieg and an AK-47. So far, so good from Vitality. Pretty composed stuff so far. Nothing too flashy or technical coming through.
Restrained.
Yeah, just making sure they stick together and stick to the fundamentals, essentially.
Is it just the eye test, or does it just feel like Counter-Strike as a whole has taken another step in the direction of like taking everything seriously? There was always flair in Counter-Strike, there still is flair, but it does just feel like all of these teams have realized just how important, you were saying actually yesterday, how important every single kill is, and it's embodying every game we watch.
This is the first tournament I've really noticed teams wake up to the fact that 1 kill can cost you a half, essentially. Like, you need to be making sure if it's a 4 versus 1, no one's overstepping the mark. Everyone's reeled in and making sure they're focused on winning and getting the bigger picture completed.
Right.
So I'm noticing it especially at this event. Not so much in the last year, but this event, it seems like that's really kind of a wake-up call for all of these teams. And we're seeing more and more, especially from like the likes of Mad Lions, very good in those sort of situations, make sure they win the rounds they have to. As Alex, again, just another contact player. I love this. He's just dictating the pace of the game so far. Molotov towards barrel, flashbang the follow-up, and in they go.
Not too many nades from Astralis, none actually in arrival. Alex is already swinging ahead of the smoke damage. Not quite enough for Magisk to go down. RPK not going to be silenced just yet. Back and forth. Magisk's doing good work behind the smoke, but he will be hunted down, doing the flashbang dance in a second. Not so easy. It's Dupree. He's arrived on the site exactly when he needed to, and now with Device in heaven, this makes this 2v2 likely slow down just a little bit.
A little bit, Alex, that's for sure. Still a minute on the clock here, and they have 2 Molotovs. It's an open rifle in the 2-on-2. Smoke towards heaven now will remove some of the vision for Device. He might have to reposition it. It's a deep smoke, so he could push it and get out towards the balcony. Let's see if he's that way inclined. It looks like this is a bit of a lockout.
Going around the world, is Dupree going for the full rotation, going through with Underpass and hoping to surprise. Unfortunately for him, the door is, however, closed. He'll make the sound cue. Device still waiting for Dupree's contact. Time nearly halfway gone already. Apex responsible for Device's position, unawares, and eliminated. Now Dupree hasn't really got the time for this one. It might be saving towards the T-spawn again if he even gets away from it. Knife out, hoping to Scarpa away, and he will preserve, but Vitality, they persevere. 5 now to 3. That's 5 in a row, Henry.
Yeah, it's looking very good. Astralis, they're used to playing against teams that go for these full executions, telegraph plays. You're not getting any of that right now. Alex is feeling it. He's just calling on the fly and is going for these contact plays towards middle, towards the B side. Astralis with a lack of grenades as well. It's looking pretty much perfect at this point as well. Just the trading potential is just off this scale at this point. He did absolutely everything he could there. Same story for Dupree, but the smoke's down, the Molotov's locking them out. Just couldn't get near that bomb, and Apex 2 pretty much close out the round there. That big kill towards Device. It's going to be 5 to 3, and I'd assume a technical or tactical timeout. It's going to be called by Astralis, and they are buying into this one.
Yeah, I've got to keep my eye on Apex. You know, we talked about who will be the bridesmaid to the bride of Zywoo, and it's always like, well, Alex has these chances. Shox, obviously, mechanically, historically, should be up there. Admittedly, recently, not necessarily been succeeding in that front, but Apex, at the moment, does seem to be really at the front of this Vitality T side. He was the one that smoked heaven. He was the one that made things awkward for Device, and 9 frags as well under his belt already.
Well, he kind of personifies the entry role within CSGO.
Does he still, you think?
Not so much anymore, but that's it. That was the first player to really do that, and he kind of still does it on this map. You can see him left alone to his own devices, working other sides of the map. As you see Glaive this time challenging the AWP. Taking down to 33, he's going to have to just swap the weapon out back to Device here. He'll go down to just the ump. And we'll see Alex now just flushing out these close-range encounters. Dupree waiting with that saved Krieg. Good grenade. I'll do a lot of damage there. As we'll see Zywoo down to 71. He'll fall back, relinquishes control of the connected position. And this is actually pretty good for Vitality. They've got mid-control. They're taking vision away from the CTs. This will force a rotation potentially. As we look at the third player towards B, that's Glaive. I mean, he's low as well. He's only got that SMG. Trying to get some intel here, jumping up, looking towards the connector. Plenty of time once again. It's the first player down for Vitality, this time Apex.
He will not be adding a 10th frag to his total in the 9th.
That's him alone towards A. Look at his teammates all postured outside B. He's trying to pull and keep one player towards A just before they commit.
At the moment, 2 standing, 3 on the site, but Zipex, he may not need help. Good damage on the first. Second as well. Alex, however, arrives on short. Perfect timing. Glaive, he was damaged earlier by Apex, and Alex is the one to finish what his teammates started. Another 2v2 on the B site. This time, however, Vitality, no health, and no help for Shox. 1 versus 2, he can see the tip of Device's head. He wants to take his time. Patience will not quite give him the reward he so craved. And now Dupree towards Graffiti as well. They're going to group up. Something you've often praised, Henry.
Yeah, these sort of scenarios, you definitely want to stay together if possible. He hasn't got time to rotate. Fake plan coming in from Shox. It does bait Dupree out. Gives him a chance there, but great stuff from Dupree. He gets his second frag of the round with that saved Krieg. Picks up a secondary AWP as well. So they're going into their final form here on the CT side after losing 5 rounds in a row. Astralis answer back. It's another scrappy B-side finish from Vitality. Same approach. We had Apex alone towards A. This time not finding that key frag that enabled them to pull 1 player away.
This is it.
Device, they got the opening kill. Then he rotates back towards B. Was he completely blind?
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Apex
I like that.
He was doing everything right.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But that's the way you do it. It's going to be the double AWP setup, as you mentioned, Dupree and Device. It is deadly. Dupree has got so good with this AWP in the last year.
Yeah, I mean, I still remember when he got the AWP thrust into his grasp at Blast Copenhagen and did some of the most ridiculous things I think I've seen on a professional Counter-Strike tournament, playing it like it's a bloody ESEA game. Good shots from Apex to start things off. That's Glaive gone early. In-game leader now will be leading from behind the scenes. What's at the front of this war on the B site? Just realizes he has to do something to clear jail and does send Apex home. Another one. Alex challenging and Magis keeping this site under lock and key. Around the smoke, he's able to reposition once more.
Yeah,
Device makes it 2.
Great shot from Device. Magis will continue to find kill after kill here on the B-bomb side. That's 3 for him. Might be on for 4. It's going to be Shoxy, the last player here. Known for his clutch ability in the past, but this seems a stretch too far from him as Dupree will close things out. Both orbs coming online at that point. Device and Dupree a kill between them. And then Magis with 3 as the B side looks a little stronger now. They've got grenades and T-weaponry on their side. They've got 2 Kriegs, 2 orbs. Glaive will have an M4, I would assume. But lovely stuff here. You can see them really adapting to the fact that there's a lot of contact plays coming through, not so much telegraphed executions.
Yeah, they didn't let the fight get brought to them so much that time. Magis, you can see every single one of these fights, he is peeking into them. Alex, of course, on short, perhaps an exception. Into the 11th then as Astralis, they have managed to rebound after that 5-round slew from the French squad. Zywoo's gone early. Dupree's secondary AWP rattles across the hallway. 2 more where that came from, though, but there's a Molotov on flash and a retreat. That's the Astralis contingency plan.
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine, lads. There might have been a second kill there, but let's maintain this advantage. We've just got back into this game now. You don't necessarily need another kill here. Device will take 1 more shot, lovely one at that, and get them a 5 versus 3. The round is in their grasp now. It's up to them to give it away, but Device, he's not having any of that nonsense. It's going to be a 5-on-2 now of Alex and RPK remaining, and at this point, just consolation frags available for them. We'll see whether these 2 smokes and flashes have anything to say about it. Maybe get a plan of this with both smokes getting down successfully, but a little hard work before then.
Yeah, RPK, he's got a chance, but it's so... Oh, he's walking. Perhaps a chance, to bait the shot, a jiggle, but yeah, I wasn't expecting Device to have stood his ground. Same spot, 3rd kill for the Star AWPer. And Alex not quite going down just yet. Takes 1 with him. Magis caught. Very precise headshot. Will, however, walk into the dreaded scopes. You talk about the double AWPs, Henry, and they pick up all 5. Dupree and Device deadly. Yeah,
looking really good as well. You can see them getting their confidence built up. They're like, wow, if they're going to walk around the map as a group, we'll just actually go challenge with these AWPs, pick one of them off, fall back, maintain our distance. That's exactly what Dupree does at the start towards connector. Key frag there, follows them towards long. They're saying, well, there's an AWP towards connector. Let's go towards long. There's actually a double AWP set up out there now. It's looking very good indeed. Like you said, Device and Dupree with 5 kills between them, and they're changing things up. They weren't happy with that, Alex. A clean round, didn't want that. They're going to take Glaive on the AWP now. I assume he's got a decent spawn.
Yeah. Device elsewhere. They're going to have the AWP towards the perhaps Monster Peak late, and Dupree's chosen to go for an aggressive stance long up against what he had assumed to be pistols, and it seems to be working wonderfully for him. Body shots galore, 2 down, and the 3rd is Apex, and he finally gets the Deagle headshot he was searching for. However, another teammate gone. Device makes short work of Alex, and just 2 remain. However, scavenged weapon, no Kevlar, and no real hope for Apex here. Just enough time to back away before Device hunted him down, but Magisk was already in prime position. And Astralis responding with a spray of rounds themselves. That's 4. And in every single one of them, they've had 4 players or more left standing. That's going to build a bank.
Yeah, it absolutely is. So giving them a taste of their own medicine here. It's Astralis 7-5 in the lead on the CT side. 4 rounds in a row. Another tactical timeout from Vitality this time. They're first, just to note that. After the previous eco didn't find a massive amount of success, but they can buy regardless. We are going to see those initial Kriegs being brought out here. A very effective weapon on Overpass, of course. Lots of long-range duels. The scope very beneficial there. Now, do they want to start changing the mentality up? They could go for a rush here, potentially. They could go for a full-on execution. Maybe fake towards B and end up at A instead of the other way around like they have been presenting so far. Remember, this is the pick of Vitality as well. It's a brave one to go up against Astralis on, but they haven't been amazing on it in the last few months. Maybe feeling themselves like they're on the T side right now. 5 rounds is serviceable. 7 or 8 would be ideal.
But so far, there hasn't been anything apart from those surprise walks. We've seen Alex coordinate early. They worked, and that was where Astralis got caught out. However, the answer, the remedy has been found towards the closing stages of our first half of our first map of our second series here. Blaze does manage to go aggressive and a very out-of-character push straight into Shox. He's having a nightmare right now.
Well, yeah, Shox has just basically told him, you fully blinded me here, come get me. You got me. I guess he just felt like he was going down regardless, so it's unfortunate for Shox, but allows Dupree to start investigating towards bathrooms now with this advantage. Zipex will get the second kill of the round. I think that was from a wallbang position. Straight through the wooden boards there. Round is pretty much complete. It's what we talked about before. You don't necessarily have to challenge these angles anymore. Fall back towards the bomb site, start deploying your utility. I love this from
That's
RPK.
a different one.
Very innovative. Waiting for them to rotate. So they pull one back.
Nice twist on that one. It will be Dupree, however, make things all the more difficult. Zipex as well. And familiar circumstances for what has been the hardest hitter of Vitality so far here on Overpass is Apex. Still 100 average damage per round. Double that of Glaive, who is now currently on the hunt. No issues. Back turned. A spray and an 8th for Astralis.
Looking comfortable, Alex. Looking very comfortable indeed. We'll see these 17 kills from Dupree is enough to close out this half with double digits. Astralis 8-5, and another deco round coming in from Vitality here. It's the replay of the wallbang. We didn't quite see it straight towards that connector position. Zipex, he's known for that sort of thing. I like this from RPK though. Very interesting boost, well read. Didn't lead to the round win or a bomb plant, unfortunately, but still enables them to get out Deagles. And CZ's going to round number 14 here, looking to bring out the heavy artillery in the final round of the first half. They suddenly have dropped off after their spree of 5 rounds. It was Astralis adapting, to be honest with you. They kind of learned what they were up against, and once the Orbs came through, that really shut down the contact approach.
It did, and they are so happy to juggle these orcs. We've seen Glaive, Dupree, now Magisk on it. Astralis, a bit more flexibility, and he's overwhelmed. And so is Zipex. This could be it. Vitality, they've got a little shot. They have to hit a bullet, though. It's not going to be Shox. Will it be Zyru? He's on the sidearm. It doesn't matter. Dupree, an ace, and half of them with a USP. He doesn't even need the M4.
Oh, it looked like it was all going to fall apart there. Major's caught with his trousers around his ankles. He fires off a couple of no-scopes. They don't connect. They didn't anticipate a third player, though. That's Dupree, as you mentioned, with the M4 and USB combo. Luckily, a few of them didn't have helmets, so he's able to find very quick opening kills. So you can see him running out of bullets. Down to 0, that has to pull out the USB and nail that first shot. He's known for aces towards the B side of Overpass. Done it a few times, and we'll see yet another for Dupree chime through now as we go into the final round. Full buy here for Vitality. Zyru without a helmet. Could have a knock-on effect against those M4s. We will see. Device really feeling himself right now, looking towards the T-steps.
So comfortable to stay a long time. They could have crossed all the way through Playground by that amount of time elapsing. Magisk and Glaive collapsing. Big frags. Alex takes control of Underpass, but Device does look to vie for control once again. Aggressive AWPing, but his barrel exposed. And Alex happy to collect his second. So looking for that 6th. You said 6-7 sounds a whole lot better. And in pursuit of that 6th, just 2 frags away from it, Vitality. This pick of Overpass, surprising many, including our analyst desk, perhaps even Astralis.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. This round looks like a lock-in here. No saving this point for Zipex and Dupree. They're going to go for it. And Vitality, respect. They've got the bomb and T-spawn. They've put the brakes on. Going to bait out some remaining utility if possible. All Astralis can really do is stick together in the buddy system here and hope for the best.
Gamble. They push their chips towards the A site.
Like, this is so perfect now. You've got one player who's expendable. That's going to be Shoxy in this case. So he's just going to run in towards B. If he goes down as one there, they can still commit towards A, knowing there's only going to be one player. If Shoxy gets in towards B with no contact whatsoever, you should be falling back. In a 5-on-2, I don't think it really matters. It's kind of trivial at this point. But we'll see whether they want to fall back and do the correct move, which they have done. So to smoke towards heaven, not giving anything away. Remember, every kill is so important. You might think even in a 5-on-2, I'll still win it. You're up against one of the world's best teams here.
Yeah.
Give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
Yeah, especially when Zipex is in a clutch circumstance, and he has that Minister tag attached to him for a reason. dupreeh gone, but a 1 versus 5, perhaps an order of the tall variety. Yeah, it's a tough one. Smoked off, revealed his position, and trying to catch one through the smoke, but at what cost? RPK will finish it, and that's a half. 9-6. Astralis, they do manage to stabilize, but Vitality, I don't think they're going to be shrugging their shoulders just yet.
No, I think that's actually a decent half from both teams. A struggle, certainly at times for Astralis after losing 5 rounds in a row. They pulled it back, though. They're reading the game well, and everyone's turning up. This series is delivering so far, and we hope it continues. Will it, though? You'll have to find out after this quick commercial break.
Then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you wanted to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh.
I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I call a shot to the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. Ain't no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'ma dominate. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Counting your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. Everything I envision, now everybody gon' witness. Only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I'm not a savage, you've been distracted, your best man.
Katowice continues, and on your screens, dupreeh and Apex. The first half of the first map, Overpass. It's the Frenchman's pick, and you can see the best player so far from Vitality is Apex. Not necessarily what you'd be expecting with someone that does boast the very best, if not second best player in the world. It's up for debate and certainly will be answered throughout the days here in Katowice. Our machine, I'm joined by Henry G, and it's the first time you're seeing Vitality Astralis in 4 months. The first of the year as well, starting this decade off right. Some good Counter-Strike so far.
Absolutely, really enjoying that first half, and Apex might not have a boatload of kills, but he was alone by himself, isolated on the other side of the map, with 4 teammates on the other side. He was more often than not finding kills, openings, and being a real nuisance for Astralis here. Can they keep it up though? 9-6, still anyone's map here as we get into the pistol round for Astralis. They're going to be sending 5 players towards middle and connector here. They've got 1 smoke, a couple of flashes, no upgraded pistols, so a basic approach in terms of a tactical standpoint. We'll see if RPK can fend them off though. It's a great couple of Glock headshots there. RPK jaws to the floor, and we'll see whether they can capitalize upon this. The bomb down towards T-spawn.
This is aggressive from Shox. He's going to get info, but not quite any bloodshed just yet. He's lodged a couple of bullets in the elbows of the Danes, but they're not really complaining just yet. And instead, staying grouped up, a pack of 5. Start their assault. Looks like it's going to be Glaive. It's going to be throwing, I think that's a Heaven Smoke.
I think so too.
Flying in, a flash over the top, and we are going to be seeing ZywOo to receive. He has to find more than one here. We need a multi-kill trying to position, but the flash and the steps really catching him. Alex can't do much more either. They're overwhelmed, and it's looking so good for Astralis.
Yeah, it's looking very good indeed, but here comes Shox. He does deny the initial plan, and Apex pulls it back to a 2-on-2 as well.
Huh?
He's at 20 HP, however, and starts to rotate back towards A. So dupreeh recovers the bomb, Zipex pushing towards CT spawn. So there's a real chance here, but Shox, he's trying to get information. He needs to do the heavy lifting here, and Apex is aware they could come backstabbing towards A, so he's repositioned towards the bomb site itself. 20 HP, remember. He knows he's probably not going to win the round with this position, but 1 kill then going down could be enough to set Shox up.
1 kill, a 1 and done. dupreeh's low, Zipex.
There it is.
Oh, that's fantastic. He's even done damage to dupreeh. He's done enough. Apex, we talked about him, we highlighted him, and he's come into this pistol frothing at the mouth. 3 down. And round yet to be confirmed, despite his best efforts. dupreeh, though, with 8 HP, 2 kills, 2 scalps affixed to his belt loops, but 1 more he needs, and he gets! He steals the round away from him with such low HP, 3 to be precise, and he finds the necessary frag. Double digits found in the pistol.
Oh, that's so huge. It looked like the bomb going down. Okay, fair enough, you got that. You're not going to win the round, though, but of course, he finds the instant headshot towards Shox. He just can't catch a break here. It looked like a great round for Astralis from the very get-go. It was device fun. He had a couple of kills, 1 towards middle in the B side, not really missing a shot. And then Apex, we said if he gets 1, it should be enough to set Shoxy up. He got 1.5. He took him down to 8 points of health. Shox had to land 1 bullet, but there it is. dupreeh, knowing he had to play heads-up Counter-Strike there, gets stuck in and finds double digits. A forced buy and response in, a quick round coming up as dupreeh sends it towards middle of the MAC-10.
Look at his stats right now.
25 and 6. That's insane.
He's only died in perfect correlation with Vitality's 1 round. I mean, there's an indicator here.
That's a good point.
25 to 6, closing in on 150 ADR. Let's see if this MAC-10 can continue to add some numbers to that stat packet. Shox going to reveal his location, an underhand smoke, something for them to stop playing the headshot angle on Bin. Actually, that's very powerful. Stops them from tucking in. They have to play wider. Unfortunately, yet to see much of a punishment from Vitality, and caught in the smoke, Shox does go down. ZywOo will rattle off just 1 shot of his deagle, but this one looks like it's reaching its logical conclusion. Yeah,
I would like to start to maybe slow things down here, but they're finding every single kill. It looks like it's all under control. ZywOo will be the final player, and this is the correct call. You've got ZywOo left, sure. You've got everyone there. Let's think about the dollars here. Let's don't give any kills away. This is the #1 player in the world as of 2019. Let's chill. Let him just stay on the B side, or the A side, sorry, with the Desert Eagle. And Zipex will try and get $600 with the MAC-10.
Yeah, he's got his mission. He's got his 1v1. And even then, he's not willing to give ZywOo an advantage in the fight. All pressure's on him. He's the one that has to make the move. Does manage to scavenge away a MAC-10.
Just to note, that's now both pistols and the follow-up conversions going in favor of Astralis. They got the 3-0 starts on the CT side, then lost 5 in a row. They've now got a 2-0 start on the T side, more than likely going to be a 3-0 with no weapons being saved here. The final kill comes in as Mages with the Galil, and Vitality left about 2,400. So you're going to have to take an eco on the chin at this point, just knowing you're going to need all that utility. The ZywOo AWP to kick things off potentially, and we'll have a pretty easy round here for Astralis, looking for 12-6. More importantly, looking to keep those numbers alive. Even the SMGs would be great. Knowing they're going to have a hamstrung buy-in to round number 19 here, the SMG is very viable. We saw it from Vitality. Once they got into the game, they ran that money down, knowing there weren't potentially helmets out there, a lack of grenades. It's grouping up on Overpass can be very powerful if you can trade that effectively.
And 1 clear group is destined for B. Zipex actually a little late to the party as he went on a bomb retrieval mission. Unlikely to cost Astralis too much. You can see this is a rather spread assault, and it's working wonderfully so far on the short contact. That forces ZywOo into the line of fire, and Magist fire he will. Holding down Mouse 1 into 2. Shox not only finding the headshot, but finding a way out, and now Apex aggressing on long, finds another. That's rifles at least. Eventually retrievable. Apex manages to get his hands on 1.
Well, they know they've spotted 2 players now. Sure, a couple of nice kills for Vitality. The bomb's going to go towards B. They've recovered an AK. That's going to be their mission at point, try and save that weapon, see if they can find another rifle for Shox. But still, as mentioned, every kill has a knock-on effect, and Astralis will be cash-rich going forward, but it will slow them down going forward. We are going to have a MAC 10 for Zipex. Glaive on the UMP. You'll certainly keep those for the following round. Apex will tuck himself in at this point. We'll see whether he can hold on to the AK at the A bomb site. Just waiting for any inquisitive players from Astralis here. Not too much of a reason to go hunting here. Gonna see them just wait, confirm things, and there it is. It's gonna be the 3-0 on both halves here for Astralis, but round 4 is where it fell apart in the first. Can Vitality replicate it?
I do need to kind of once again draw people's attention to the closing in on a 30 bomb in 18 rounds from dupreeh.
Yeah,
that's single-handedly ensuring this victory is not close. 12-6 the scoreline. 27-8 dupreeh's. It's time to jump into the 19th. This is where Vitality, they've been biding their time. They swallowed their pride in the 3rd, and now into the 4th. They look for their first defensive round. Talking of SMG, still a UMP for Glaive to play around, and the full CT buy, even that preserved AK.
Like we said, this will be a compromised buy. Apex, no helmet. Same story for ZywOo and Alex. ZywOo actually has no armor, so that UMP, that Galil, very effective. You just want to do a 5-man approach to this point, really try and punish the fact they're not fully equipped. We'll see if that's the way they're inclined. It's going to be Apex with a solid grenade there. A couple of them from Vitality, successfully landing at the doorstep of Glaive. It's not enough, though. There's the helmet we talked about, Alex. It comes back to haunt them straight away.
Despite being wall-banged, he still gets that frag. The UMP bullet doesn't matter if you've not got no helmet. I can melt you. And he did. Close range, SMGs thrive. RPK, however, keeps the dream alive. Does get Magic down on monsters. More where that came from, and now it's one of the hardest hitters. dupreeh, the spearhead of this assault bomb on his back. As is the pressure of securing this round. RPK looking rather lone wolf here, and he gets more than he bargained for. A dink into dupreeh. Goes down.
This is where Astralis need to play with the clock. They don't need to commit and rush in towards B. You've got 2 players are low. It's a 4 versus 3. You've already confirmed that their money is tight. There's 1 player towards short, had no helmet. They've got no grenades remaining. And you've got dupreeh and Glaive, who are low. You want to be a little bit more tactical about this. What's the approach? Can we fake? Can we keep 1 player on towards the B side of the map and commit towards A? That looks to be the plan. There's the smoke. Just to keep them a little bit interested on that side of the map as they fall back towards long here. That's where the bomb's positioned.
Shoxy's leaving long. He was longside toilets, but I think he's piecing it back together again. Humpty Dumpty. Yes, that's 1 and 2. The bomb as well, and the 7th for Vitality looking close to secured. But now, with Shoxy coming alive in the 19th round, it's all but a formality. Glaive, 4 HP. Yes, he found the first blood, but he will be the last.
Yeah, for sure. No way he's going to hold this one off. Great positioning there from Shox. A nice attempt from Astralis. I could see what they're doing there with 2 players so low, and really well played from Shox there. That's the best play he's had all map. Takes himself up to 12 kills. It's a very, very big round. We did say after losing both pistols, need that first gun round. They lost his first pick towards short. Look at Glaive, 26 HP, down to 4, but he gets the instant kill because no helmets on Alex, but plenty of firepower behind Shoxy here. 4 kills in total. Real nice stuff. Locking Glaive out there towards the end of the round. And it's a double AWP setup now. So the same approach we saw from Astralis in that first half. It's very powerful on the CT side of Overpass. Allows a lot more freedom for turrets to be positioned towards monster, towards long, bathrooms, connector. Lots of options, and you've got one of the most aggressive and flamboyant snipers within your ranks in the forms of ZywOo. Currently sits on 6 frags and 13 deaths. Sure, not amazing so far, but the CT side, double AWP, he finally got a full buy out there. This is where he comes online. He
has the spawn for a fast short or monster peak. He's staring at that side of the map, and likely we're going to be seeing ZywOo go for something in order to get that advantage early. We'll see if it pays off, and Alex is going to be responsible for the secondary AWPing duties for now. Quick look at the scoreboard while it's on your screens. Not only the 27 from dupreeh standing out, but also 2 members of Vitality yet to break double digits. One of them, as you've highlighted now, is ZywOo. Looking to change things. This is his round, though. He has everything he needs, even armor with that AWP, a treat, considering the round prior.
Yeah, this is huge. If Astralis get a clean victory here, with all 5 players going down to Vitality, you might be able to call this game done. There'll be no money to reinvest. They'll be in a lot of trouble, but it's the same story. If Vitality can win this one, they shut down the finances of Astralis, and they're actually right back in this game. This is a massive round here. The flashbang is spot on. Apex didn't see it coming, but Alex certainly does. Joined by RPK, they take the man advantage back, and they find themselves in a 4 versus 3. Now, 2 creeps remain, a MAC-10 as well, up against the helmets this time, so not as effective. Still a nuisance to deal with, a lot of agility available with the MAC-10. They've got 2 smokes, a couple of Molotovs, and looks like they'll still finish up towards B here.
This round looks so different if Alex doesn't hit that quick flick with the AWP.
Indeed.
They were just contacted in. Apex was so not ready for that. He was even just jumping on the box, thinking about like jumping for info for Underpass. And already dupreeh arrived on the site. Lovely pop flash. More utility from Astralis. This time it's a smoke. The response from the CTs is a bottle of flame. Flash towards the monster as well. 40 seconds though. They're in no rush. Seems like Alex is though. He wants a third. He has the shadow. Doesn't have the shot. It's RPK that does though, and that's only a MAC-10 for Zipex. He can't even find himself the AWP. It's not going to benefit him. The MAC-10 did though. Dinks on Alex. 4 frags from RPK. They're taking it in turns to come alive here, Henry.
Yeah, round by round, it's done a little more convincing. We already attached a preface to this saying if they've Vitality to win this round, they're right back into this map now. It's going to be 12-8. Has to be the eco for Astralis. At the very top end, they can bring out P250s as their money sits at around $2,500. It's just on the nose of being enough for next round, but not quite enough to justify much more than the entry-level pistol. So P250, no armor, no nades, and Vitality knocking on the door of double digits now. As we enter round number 21, there's going to be 3 Glocks out there, a couple of P250s. Should be a comprehensive victory for Vitality, and Zywoo starting to feel it now. Nice shot to open things up, and he'll fall right back.
Yeah, he shouldn't have any issues here, especially with Shoxy to hold his hand. We'll see how long Shoxy can hold on, though, because he's getting pressure from behind all directions. He will fall. M4 in grasp of Device, but likely only for a moment. Nades and bullets coming his way fast. Nade misses. Device escapes. Fresh mag and a fresh chance, but 2 versus 4 and no armor at all. Just hoping to perhaps find an aggressive CT. There is one. It's Apex. We'll find Device. Glaive just thinking about his options, maybe timing, and he does actually manage to punish. There we go. Another body drop from Vitality. It's considering what Astralis brought into this. Every single frag is a win.
So getting rid of that Krieg, knowing you obviously cannot buy that on the CT side. He knows he's lost this round. He's not going to do much with it. He needs the money for next round. So saving the Krieg not really an option considering his chances of survival are very little. And he doesn't want to give that Krieg up to the CT side because it's so powerful on the CT forces. So 3-on-1. Glaive, he'll run this flow. You can use it as like a tactical timeout almost. You can discuss your options for the next round, knowing this is an eco. Bait out some grenades. It might not sound like a big deal, but a smoke's $300. Get an incendiary out of them, that's $600. Every dollar counts. So you might as well bide your time, chat to the team about the next round and see whether there's one more kill available.
Now that makes a whole lot of dollar and a whole lot of sense.
Yes. We'll see whether this is enough. He knows he's going down. Might as well dump this incendiary as well, making sure the CTs can't pick it up. Another very small factor there.
You're going through it.
Yeah. Every bit of detail we're looking for here.
I love it. 12 HP, no armor, and a dream. It will actually, you know what? He even goes down to the AWP, Henry. Minimum kill reward.
Exactly.
He's calculated it all.
Very, very efficient. I like that, Glaive. I respect it. And we'll get into round 22. It's the second time out for Vitality. Double up setup has paid dividends for them. That's 3 rounds in a row after losing the second pistol. And their money's looking strong as well. $7,000 coming into this round for Apex. Similar story for Shox. And it's going to be Alex, Zywoo, and RPK all hovering around $4,500. It was the full eco from Astralis before. It leads them to a full buy here, but no AWP available on the T side. Not a big deal. It's not required on the terrorist side at all. They are going to have 3 AKs instead of the Krieg. So more of an old school focus here. And will there be a strategy deployed at the start of the round? They want to go back into the defaults. Zipex, the last player to buy. Currently the Glock in hand. You'd assume he'll get the AK in the next few seconds. Maybe not. He's just going to take just a Glock round. Cheeky one. There it is. The Krieg comes in, and we'll see the smoke, Molotov, and flashbang follow. Interested to see what Astralis will bring to the table here. 3 players towards B at the start, and a 4-man stack from Vitality towards B. So they're expecting a B approach here. They've got grenades in hand towards short again. We've already seen those land a couple of times.
Shox trying a Zipex wallbang. We've seen that ridiculous double kill from the Dane through those. And now RPK to be tested. Molotov does get extinguished. He can continue to hold his ground there. His team throwing a second smoke, a wall of smokes perhaps, designed by the CTs to funnel them all in, or you walk through gray screened. Zipex, though, does find just one. Shox clawing one back, and it goes
Oh!
Vintage Glaive, and he extends it, a double kill. That transfer is ridiculous. All onto ZywOo. Was a 1v2, but now a duel between the two AWPers, star AWPers of their respective squads.
Yeah, this is a bit of a standoff. With 1 minute left, the device of the bomb on his back, he's in no rush to get that planted. He's trying to sow the seeds of doubt within the mind of ZywOo here. Open plant.
Reeling it. That is ballsy. ZywOo not gonna have to adjust so quick, and Device saves it for Astralis. That's the 13th, and they break their silence after the 3 from Vitality.
It didn't look like Astralis had it in them then. They really had to work for that round. It was an absolute shutdown from Vitality. You're right, though. Glaive gets his 12th frag of the game. He has had a very quiet performance by his standards so far, but that is a roaring success. This was the kill that opened up their opportunity towards the B side. Apex has been such a nuisance for them. Big double kill there. Leads it in a 1 versus 1 between Device and ZywOo. A tantalizing prospect, to say the very least, and great open plant. Balls of steel from Device. Challenges the one-on-one and nails the headshot. And Vitality limping to round number 23 with an MP9, the FAMAS, but more importantly, double AWP still.
They can still make this one work. Got to get those AWPs connecting early before the pressure is too much for a FAMAS and an MP9 with no nades. Charging up long, they chose. ZywOo's not quite in a position to challenge it too much, but he can perhaps catch the tail end of this assault. It was Glaive lingering by party, Zipex even later. But Shox with just an MP9, not a Molotov, not a flashbang, nothing but this SMG, the sewing machine.
It's a good position for it, Alex. This could actually work out. You can see him using the smoke to his advantage here. This is going to swing around in a few seconds when he hears the footsteps, waiting for the cue. Here it comes. It's ZywOo to strike first, but Device, he'll answer back. Bomb not planted, but headshots found. It's a 4 versus 3 now. No kits available, and bodies are hitting the floor left, right, and center. Still a minute on the clock. Astralis can apply the brakes at this point. Alex picks up the AWP, and RPK will get one more. It's a big Mitch Alex. Can he recover? Certainly not. The perfect weapon for that sort of duel. The MAC-10 straight down the throat of Alex there. And that's going to be the money absolutely ruined on the Vitality side. $2,000 per player, looking down the barrel of map point on their map pick.
Running out of timeouts and running out of chances all the same, 14-9. It did look very promising when the AWPs arrived and they strung together 3. But Astralis immediately return and seize that grasp. But not forgetting, it was a 1v1.
Yeah.
That Device win put Astralis back in the driving seat, and they are continuing to press down the gas. 2 now strung together. Shox had a real chance at that one. You highlighted it perfectly. Look at this. They actually managed to catch, I think ZywOo wallbangs the plant. So
that was the chance, I think. Like the big swing, that's when you need to go for it. But Device obviously just really plays it quite well.
Mantles up. Very easy jaw for Device, and a nice quick cleanup with the double for Zipex. So 14-9. And this is Vitality's best bet. Breathe it in. Can you break it down for me, Hank?
It's 2 MP9s, a 5-7, a double Digo combo, and we've got 3 smokes, 2 flashes, no kits. It's not looking good, but Vitality have done a lot more with a lot less in the past. We'll see if they can find an opening dig. They know they need it. dupreeh knows they've got next to nothing on the CT side. That's why he's got the MAC-10 in hand. Allows him to be the scout almost. He can go in towards the B side, detect the stack, give good information, but then he needs to be set up.
Alex doesn't have a helmet, and he's solo holding B against a potential MAC-10 from dupreeh. One bullet from that MAC-10 could throw him off completely. And now looking to reposition. Interesting smoke choice. Not sure what he's trying to play around with that one. Instead, flash towards Monster. Smokes of his teammates as they start to rotate. He's starting to beg at this point, and yet hasn't actually seen too many members of Astralis.
Lots of grenades, lots of activity, but he needs a 1DK. Can he find it? Certainly not. It's the AK-47 that will strike first. They put all their eggs in towards the A basket, and this might come back to bite them now. Got to retake the bombs out. SMGs and 5.7s here. They are dropping like flies as Apex and RPK are left in an impossible scenario. It's going to be forced by territory going forward into the next round as well. Map point has been found, and they might as well hold on to the little they have here. A kill available, but that's fine. dupreeh can give that one up. Device certainly can't, though. He needs to be careful here. RPK's low, and Device knows this kill's not worth it. He needs to hold for it, see if they come pushing for it. Looks like he's played it well, though. Nice work from Device. A little bit over the mark, but nails it.
His crosshair placement could not have been better. He didn't have to move. He just had to click. Glorious.
The reason I say it's not worth going for it, because you know at the very top end he's got an MP9 or a MAC-10.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's all he could have possibly denied.
And you could be gifting them the big green.
He realized he had got himself in an uncomfortable position. Instead of swinging and panicking, he just stayed reserved. Absolutely fine. Apex will save armor in a 5.7. Not looking good. 6 rounds in a row required. Money completely broken. I think they have 1 pause remaining, right? You might as well take it. See what you can do. Yeah, you can discuss your options. Apex will be able to get a FAMAS for himself. Drop the 5.7. That's something. So he's given the 5-7 over to ZywOo.
Okay.
He's bought the FAMAS for himself. Same story for RPK. Alex gone for the MP9. And it's not the timeout from what I can see. It looks like they're going straight into the next round. So off we go. Could be a quick finish here from Astralis. I mean, they won both pistols, 3-0 starts in either half. So scoreline might be a little bit skewed from that. I'd say this game has been a bit more competitive than what the scoreline suggests. If it does go 16-9.
Definitely.
But we'll see now if they can close it out here. Good a chance of any to do so. Won't be the end of the world if they don't, but I would say it's done here.
Good start from Alex Adink and actually converting majority of the second. dupreeh hamstrung. ZywOo perhaps looking to twist the knife. Unfortunately for him though, with the bomb dropped right in his vision, Zipex could get caught out here. He's even staring at Monster, and ZywOo, he's got his sneaky shoes on. Timing, damage, and traded. Nice. RPK not only gets the frag, but control of the bomb.
Here we go then. 1 minute on the clock, RPK looking to get superior positioning. Up against the AWP there of dupreeh. He's got 6 HP, but Magisk making this one what? This is the kill that might decide the round here. Shox. He'll pull one back, goes down to 20 HP, and RPK knows he's in a compromised position here. dupreeh just waiting for a mistake.
Don't do it, RPK.
Does he want to go any further? Does he need the intel? Timing working in his favor now. He does swing around. He gets away with it.
As soon as he unzooms,
Yep.
what is that?
It's
and
enough.
now he jumps into the crosshairs. A chance for a second as well. Can he tidy it up? Neat and tidy. Don't forget, Shox is low. Device's duel earlier made sure of that. And I think he's realized he's such a crucial component of the remainder of this round. 30 seconds, Magisk. This is so winnable. He can secure Overpass for Astralis right here, right now. A smoke is his first choice.
Nice one as well. 23 seconds. That's not ideal. Now, where is Shox going to be? He'll hold towards heaven. He's got a Molotov. He'll probably want to deploy that in the next few seconds. And as soon as he does, that could be enough here. It's an open plan as well.
Check it.
He'll swing just after the bomb goes down, presumably, but he's actually managed to let him get away here. Oh, dear.
No, and Magisk catches Shox. A big flaming flag telling him exactly where he was holding, and now it's RPK hunting for his triple. Can he save them? He can't. It's Magic Man that does it again and secures the first of the series. Astralis Vitality